I'm Governor Gary J. Lujan from United States, from the Red Willow people. This is the first time ever being in Australia, so I'm really loving the sense of culture here and the unity that seems to be very prevalent here in Darwin. Well, the tribe that I come from, the Red Willow people in New Mexico in the United States, was invited to come do some presentations around tribal sovereignty, and along with that was asked to provide a keynote speech for this conference on Thursday. Taking that into consideration, the distance was a huge factor for us, and of course the impacts financially to our tribe, because we're a very small tribe. But we come with a legacy of endurance and pushing back and getting back what is ours in terms of our Aboriginal homeland. So we felt that we had a lot to offer in terms of a story of hope and faith. So that was really the driving factor to be here. I guess what I'm hoping to take back to my community is we understand sovereignty, and we understand what that means in terms of protecting it from the larger governments that we reside in the United States. What I'd like to understand is from other tribal communities throughout the world is to understand all of the challenges that they faced. Our stories may be the same, but how we've approached protecting sovereignty is very unique to each tribe, and so I'd like to be able to take back their stories and be able to learn from their experiences and maybe apply that in terms of how we protect our tribal sovereignty well into the future. What does community development mean to me? Well, the key word is community. Everything that we do is for the purpose of our community, from the youngest to the oldest, and their input is very important. For many generations, where we are used to being led by leadership, and when that's part of your culture, that's important. But as we move into a new age and in a new world, we're finding that people want to become more inclusive in what their community is doing, not just a top-down approach in terms of governance. So, community development means everyone's input, so that we build the right infrastructure, we provide the right education, but it's inclusive of everyone's voice, from the youngest to the oldest. Looking at takeaways in terms of what I might do differently is, just really being open-minded, looking at our community from a global lens, and taking in all of the experiences and really learning from others, because we get stuck in patterns, and those patterns often don't allow for growth or expansion. So I'd like to be able to just really take the knowledge that's being shared here, understanding the First Nations people here in Australia going over 60,000 years. That's a long time. It's a lot of wisdom, a lot of mystery, but with that, a lot of truth that we could take back home and really trying to do something different. So I'd like to introduce my tribal secretary. His position is to always be at my side. We handle government affairs together. He makes sure that we're fiscally accountable for all of the resources that Tribal Council provides to us to run our community, and really managing the day-to-day affairs of government operations. So Daniel Lucero is my tribal secretary.
It's my first time in Darwin. I've been to Sydney, Australia before, and so I've traveled in different parts of Australia. It's a beautiful country. I like the fact that the people here are very well connected in their opportunity to learn about their own government and to be a part of it. And so I really appreciate that. It's good to be here and great to be a part of this conference as well. We're planning on being here through Sunday, and I believe there's a couple of cultural exchanges that we'll be involved in, and just taking advantage of the city, looking around and meeting as many people as we can.
I guess to sum up everything from this entire conference, it's really important that everyone attending the conference really truly looks at the needs of Indigenous peoples, First Nations people, and from a perspective that we need help internally, globally, and collectively. All our needs how would I put it, are met by taking in everyone's knowledge, everyone's participation in making sure that Indigenous communities are kept whole and are put in a path for strength well into the future. So I'd like to introduce Sean Duran, our Chief of Operations for the Pueblo of Taos. Sean Duran is an integral part of our community in that she drives community action, taking the needs of our community and their words, their input, and helping us move towards deliverables in terms of services to community, infrastructure development, educational deliverables. So Sean Duran is a very important part of our community and everything that we do.
This is a tremendous opportunity. I can't even express the feeling to be on this ancient land. It is, I feel invigorated. I haven't even gone to the conference workshops or participated yet, but already being here on this spiritual land, there's no way we can be here without taking something back. And what we're already doing, garnering the voice of our people, wrapped around our core values of who we are, is where the foundation of community action and change come. Absent that, we have no other way to go. It is our responsibility, like they said earlier to our ancestors, that we formulate those partnerships to create the change we need. It's time to heal. It's time to heal. So I'm already feeling it.
I'm Edwina Bernal Lujan, and I'm coming from Taos, Pueblo, New Mexico in the United States. And we're here in Darwin, Australia, providing support to my husband, Taos Pueblo Governor Gary Lujan. And this is...
Hello, good evening, Darwin. My name is Jermaine Omish Lucero. I'm a tribal citizen of the Rincon Band of Luceño Indians in Southern California, United States. But I live on Taos Pueblo, and so I'm here supporting Governor Lujan in his speeches as a keynote speaker at this conference.
I think for me is, of course, providing support for my husband, but I'm really excited because I just finished my master's program in Indigenous Peoples Law, which is centralized there in the United States, but we also did international law as well. So I'm excited to kind of pull from the conference some ideas, something that we can take back to our community to help kind of further develop and then also address some of the problems and challenges that we face there as a community. So I'm really excited to just kind of be in support, but also to see what it is that I can do as a citizen of Taos Pueblo.
What about yourself?
Yeah, I'm just excited to be here and coming to an international. This will be like my third or fourth international conference, so I'm really always interested in the networking and meeting people, but hearing what the presenters have to say. And I'm a domestic violence and sexual assault advocate, been working in policy work with laws and crimes against women. And so this work I'm looking at seeing how we can build that community and networking, and also with our culture and how violence impacts our communities, not only here but at home too in our tribes in the United States. But I work with a cohort and we are a collective, Indigenous collective, and we're from New Zealand, Australia, Hawaii, and states. So we're an Indigenous group, and we work on violence and that happens in our communities and the impact of colonization on our people. So just kind of getting more information, wanting to network with people, and be able to take that home and see how it applies with our policy work that we're doing, and maybe be able to bring people back from the States to this next time.